Now, I spend a lot of time and thought on my videos, and one thing's for sure is you guys love chocolate. Now, about 250,000 views on my last chocolate video. I've refined the ingredients and the method in which we temper the chocolate. I'm also providing you with some better ingredients and an easier way to do it. So, without further ado, let me show you version 2.0 of my chocolate recipe. Let's do this. So chocolate is 3 ingredients. So it's really important that we pick high quality ingredients. In my last video, I used Swerve as a sweetener. Since then, I've been using allulose, and the finer the allulose, the better. If you can find confectioner powder, perfect. Second is the Cacao Powder, and Pure Natural Miracles makes a really good one. You want something that's very fine and organic, because there could be a lot of nasty stuff. So I found this one works really well. So here's a really good Cacao Butter. Links for all 3 of these in the description below, and more information later on in the video. Now, tempering chocolate is all about accuracy, and the most accurate way to cook is sous vide. We can get an exact temperature with a sous vide bath. So that's what we're gonna use today. We're actually gonna put our chocolate mixture and we're gonna melt it down very precisely in a sous vide bath. Now we're gonna heat our sous vide bath, and this is very important, up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're gonna use 1 1/4 cup of our Pure Nature Miracles Cacao Powder, and we're gonna toss that right into the Ziploc bag. And so yes, sous vide, we are cooking in a plastic bag, and you wanna find a heavy duty bag that won't rip. Very important. More on that later. And check this Cacao Butter out. It's really interesting. They make makeup with it, they make chapstick, lotion. It tastes awesome. Of course, it's missing that cocoa powder taste and any sweetness, but it's rock hard, it's already tempered, and this is what we wanna get out of our chocolate. Now, I usually chop this up with a knife, but recently I saw someone using a cheese grater to grate this up, and I thought that was genius. We're gonna grate ourselves 1.5 cups. And that also is gonna go right in the bag. Now double check that there's no big chunks of anything in here. We want a nice fine powder inside this Ziploc bag. Now we're on to our last ingredient here, and this is the allulose sweetener. Like I said, I used Swerve before, but I've recently switched to allulose, which I think has a very close taste to sugar. In fact, the chemical structure of the allulose molecule is very similar to sugar, way closer than erythritol or sucralose or anything like that. And I'm using about a 1/4 cup of allulose right here. Now the key to sous vide is getting a high quality plastic bag. You only want to use name brand. Name of the game, pretty much, we want to get all of the air out so this sinks down. Now, as you can see, I'm starting to massage the bag. The butter inside is melting and is mixing with the allulose. And then, as I'm massaging this and making sure everything's melted, I see in the sous vide that the water bath is starting to turn brown. Because I bought low quality bags, I literally just said use high quality bags. So, off to the store, book these bags. Shout out to Ziploc. Get the freezer bags, they tend to be a little bit thicker. Get the one with a double zipper. All right, and just like that, we are back. Same measurements, same ingredients. I had to throw the last batch away. If you get just 1 drop of water in your chocolate mixture, it won't temper. It will stay soft. So if you try this recipe out with the sous vide method and you can't get your chocolate to stay hard and it keeps melting in your hands, it's probably because you got a little bit of water in there. So redo the recipe, be very careful that there's no holes in your bag and that no water gets in. Now we're gonna keep it in at 46 degrees Celsius or 115 degrees Fahrenheit. We are going to ensure that it stays in there for at least 5 minutes. Okay, so once 5 minutes is up, we have to cool the bath to 81 degrees Fahrenheit and 27 degrees Celsius. Best way to do that is to add a little bit of ice in there or cold water, take hot water out, and just pretty much make sure that you don't let it drop below that. And that's really important because that's when a crystalline structure inside the chocolate starts to form, AKA tempering. And then you're gonna wanna bring it back up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius. Now you're gonna get yourself a nice clean mold to make these in. I like using a silicone tray. I think it's the easiest way to make your own chocolate bars. Now, I couldn't have made this recipe any easier for you guys because the container in which we tempered our chocolate is also gonna act as our piping bag. And we're gonna use that to pipe right into our chocolate mold. Now, I only have one chocolate bar mold, and I realized that I had a bunch of tempered chocolate left over, so that gave me the idea to try a recipe that I wanted to do for a while, which is a Reese's peanut butter cup, so I figured I would include that in the video for you guys as well. And you wanna do 2 layers. You wanna do your base layer, which is just gonna be a very thin layer at the bottom of the cup, and that's gonna be where the peanut butter sits on top of, and then we're gonna come back again and cover the top. But first, we need to let that temper inside the fridge. Same thing with the chocolate bars, into the fridge to temper down. And now it's time to get a good thick chunky peanut butter, and we're gonna put 1 scoop right in the middle and make sure that it doesn't touch any of the sides. And then working quickly, we're gonna cover that up with chocolate and then back into the fridge to temper once again. And at this point, I'm sure you cannot wait to see how these turned out. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself. It's been almost a year since my last chocolate video, and I must say this recipe has improved a lot, and I hope you guys try this. Now, version 1 of these Reese's peanut butter cups, I have to say it worked really well. This might be the final version. Now, if you guys make this recipe, I wanna see pictures of it, so go ahead and hit me up on Instagram, and if you have a question, don't hesitate to ask. I respond to everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, keep it keto, stay healthy. Peace. Ha!